Hey everybody, can you guys hear me? Let me know if you guys can hear me or not, if you're actually here to watch or chat or anything. Not really sure how this streaming thing works very thoroughly. Well, anyways, I guess I'll... Actually, I really wanted to see if I can get somebody to respond so I can see if the chat pops up here. Yeah, Danny, I will be doing live streams, hopefully, of Top War. This is kind of my introduction to live streams and kind of something I've been telling a lot of people I do for my 1K subs, so I am glad I can see the chat, though, so that's nice. So, for those of you that are watching this in the future or currently, this is my survival Minecraft world. There are no cheats here. This is all built by me. Nobody else has been in this world ever. So, just going to kind of give you a little tour of it, and if anybody wants to ask any questions about this or Top War or any other games that I probably do play, please feel free to ask. I'll try to keep saying that. So, this is definitely not complete at all. This is very much still always a work in progress. Kind of what I do late at night when I'm grinding dark forests and stuff in Top War now. Actually probably start at the front of the castle would be better. So, a lot of this came before they started doing all these big updates, so I had limited blocks to work with, but I did what I could. It goes up 170 blocks, I believe, and my castle layout is all work in progress. These used to be my little market area over here, where each of these villagers was top of the trades, had the best stuff they could, but at the same time I had to kind of kill a lot of them off because I have, as you guys can't see it already, I have a lot of lag over here. So inside of each of these you can actually walk up the top semi-gracefully. You can actually see out the windows. And up on the top it's all walkable, almost like an actual castle where you'd be able to see out from the top and see your enemies coming in. And just so you guys know, this is a copy of the world I made for this tour, so if I destroy anything, don't worry, it's nothing that's gonna harm my world or anything like that. Not that a lot of you care, you're all Top War fans. Like I said, if you guys have Top War questions, please ask them in chat. I'm gonna keep saying that throughout this stream just so you guys do. Big Danny. Yeah, this is kind of my stables, so this all took me probably about, personally, a couple hundred hours to make this. I think every block here, including the mountain that this castle on, was all made by me. So down here is kind of my storage area. So all the items are automatically sorted, so you don't have to sit here and look through chests for everything. Everything has its place. Very organized, much like I try to make my Top War videos, but you know, sometimes that doesn't happen. In case a lot of people didn't know, I actually make my Top War videos in 1 or 2 takes usually. I don't pre-record anything or edit it. Everything's off the cusp, so I just try to keep it going. A lot of people always ask about diamonds, so here they are. They're there. Fun to mess around with. Yeah, funny enough, actually, I'm not a creative person when it comes to like artsy type stuff. A lot of this stuff, or me playing Minecraft, was actually something my kids got me into, and I was playing with them, and then I lost my PlayStation Network account for a while, so I was just playing this because you don't need it to play it, and it kind of just bloomed into being a lot more than it really should have been, but I don't mind it. My kids love when they see this world too, so I'll keep always playing it. This is a giant farm, so you see all these things here. Kind of a cool effect when they pop right here. Oops. So they're all automatically popping. Pretty much everything here has been automated. I don't like to have to sit here and collect things. I make it so everything's automatic. In here is a terrible creeper farm. They make the boom booms. So if you were to break down into there, you'd see them. I'm not going to go down there because it doesn't really work that well. So Danny, what server are you from? So, like I said, everything here is pretty much automated. So here you can actually, no, not city, server. Sorry, I wouldn't ask personal stuff like that. Server, so like I'm for server 1035 now. This is literally an automatic farm, so I could sit and tape my controller and just go back and forth if I needed tons of this, and it collects everything all itself. That's true with pretty much all my farms, as I automated them. So over here, this one is a tree farm, works pretty much the same way. I just need to grab, oh not that, this. Oh, how loud is my voice? Does it need to be turned up? That's a good thing to actually ask. Where's that? Here. Here. Hello? 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 Okay, good. So, much like everything here, this is probably my favorite farm, but it's also one of the laggiest. So it actually completely demolishes trees all by itself. And then, give it a second, you can actually I actually could sit here and just hold down my button, and this thing would just keep going and going and going at this point. And it literally just pops everything out here, which everything's insta-mined in my base also. So that's kind of my tree farm. Over here, I didn't put blocks, but these work. We have 3 different farms. So we have bamboo, and then we have sugarcane, and I think I don't remember what the other one is there. Sugarcane, yeah, I don't remember what the other one is. But the bamboo used to be set up where it would actually fuel all these, and I could For those that know about Minecraft, I can instant smelt everything, and it would all come out right here. You can see there's still stuff sitting in here that obviously I needed a lot, but I have the bamboo going more for other things right now. And server 1162, did we face you at all, or you just stumbled upon the channel? I don't know if that's you still here or not. So this is kind of the overview of the town. Okay, yeah, it doesn't show me who is or isn't here. I don't really have a way to do that. Be interesting to see after the video how that works. I plan on actually streaming servers coming up here, so through my phone I think I figured out how to do that now that I have this set up. But this is kind of the overview of everything. I'm trying to make it like a little old town. I got my inspiration kind of from like Lord of the Rings, where it was kind of the old village outside and then everybody be able to go inside. Here's a bunch more automatic farms over here. They all function themselves. This one's flowers, and as weird as flowers may sound, they're important in the game for making all these bright colored dyes and stuff. Oh, there's the turn on switch. So everything's automatic there. This one's an old farm that doesn't work anymore. This is an automatic breaker. Didn't bring with concrete for that. This is cactus, so once the cactus grows, it automatically breaks and it gets collected down here. I spent 10,000 gems total, going from GM to TM, and I actually instantly went right back. TM definitely is, it's really nice up until you hit that encirclement, but once you hit it encirclement, it's actually, for the average player, it's better to switch back to Grand Marshal, especially for me. So I switched back to Grand Marshal as quick as I could because it hurt me bad. Especially if you can't get all the elite troops. So it's definitely per person type of thing. I know there's a guy on our server that lives and dies by Tactical Master, and it definitely it works for him, but not for me. So this here's an automatic iron farm, so it automatically spawns the mob, and then they drop down and they die. Over here we have two similar farms. Right here's one. But yeah, that Grand Marshal to Tactical Master switch, I'm still haunted by it. I merged all my skills to make the video, and I'm definitely short skills now from doing it. This farm, if I remember how to work some of these. This, you'll see skeletons drop in, and it literally automatically kills them. And collects everything down below. No work needed on that. There's another, I think it's a zombie one next door. Works the same way. This here is my old mob farm. I've been updating this, so this kind of works the same way as that last farm, except for I made it so they manually spawn there, and it automatically kills them the same way. So you see them dropping in every once in a while. This was my beginner house. Kind of stuck around. My wife played with me for, I'd say, like a week. So when at the beginning I said nobody helped, well, this is what my wife did. She bred all the animals. I love a little fish tank for her. what all she did for it. Yeah, guest house. Yeah, that's basically what it is now. Oh, I didn't even show you. So inside of these guys here, there's actually stuff inside of each of these. So this automatically shears the sheep to give me wool. Where's one of them that's going to turn colors? It's hard to catch them because it's instant once they eat the grass. This guy should do it soon. They get nervous, you can't look at them. We'll run away from them. That's a chicken farm, and then this is just kind of like a natural farm here. Let's see, what else do we got? I think it's over here, yeah. A lot of the stuff you might not know about, Danny. I just kind of doing this for... I have some nephews and stuff that have been wanting to see this, so... And then a bunch of other subscribers have kids that have wanted to see it, so I'm kind of doing everything all at once. So, these two switches here, put together, make a Pigment Farm. So they automatically spawn through the portals. And then they come down here, and there's some massive lag, and they die. I have to enclose this because if I go AFK at this one, they actually spawn too fast. I made a farm too good, and they'll actually start coming and killing me. Then down here, it automatically sorts everything. Like I said, I like automation. And the rest comes up here and gets melted down automatically. And everything else gets burned. Nope, better turn that off. Save the leg. This is a giant fish farm, so this all used to be ocean here. But to make a fish farm work, you have to have no spots, or not fish, sorry, squid. You have to have no spots for them to be able to spawn, so you have to cover basically everything. So how this one works is you would come here and just you hit this block, and this is how you go AFK in the game, is you hit a note block repetitively, and that's how that works. So the mobs are only able to spawn. They kind of ruined it with the most recent update, where now there's, you can see them back there, those glowy things. They can spawn over there, so it definitely hurt this type of farm. But everything, once it gets sucked into the bubbles, you'll see it dead there. Are these moving? Okay, good, they are moving. Those are kind of like the automatic collectors there. And then they come back and they drop everything off, and it comes into this chest here. And this farm's only on when you're near it, so that's kind of the nice thing about some of these, is they're temporary farms. Let's see, what else do we got? We got a lot of cleanup that's needed. I've been kind of being lazy. One's down, one's up, down. This was my initial mine, so the mine to the craft. This is where it all started, where I started gathering everything. As you can tell, I spent a fair amount of time down here. Only a couple hundred blocks wide and deep, and I'm actually, what I'm working on in the game right now is a way to make this automated. So this is, oh, that just scared the shit out of me. Oh, language, my bad. What's it called? Demonetization? Coming my way. So this will automatically, so you put TNT in here, it shoots it out, and then it actually blows everything up automatically. Kind of speeds up the process, so you don't have to sit here and manually block, 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 block. Did I forget the way out? way out. That's funny. Oh, it's over here. Oh, so how'd your server go, Danny? Yeah, it seems like a lot of people got, with this new matchup, they got, yeah, yeah, we've had a few of those back when we were in 970, where we just got hammered. I mean, we personally, individually had good scores, but just as a group, it wasn't the best of things, so, um, but this new matchup, talking with a bunch of people, I've seen a lot of people seems like the matchups weren't the best this time, but they kind of, from what it sounded like, they added a not only points but also combat power based matchups. So that's kind of why it seems like a lot of people got hammered. Because yeah, the group we played, they got hammered too, and I mean nothing against them. They have 14 3-hero marches, and we had quite a bit more than that. If that just tells you kind of how it went for them. This is a giant hole I'm digging. I'm gonna build a little. Not really sure what I'm building down here yet, but it's just a cool design on the floor. Basically all it is. And then this is all the automatic sorting and whatnot that goes with it. All these are full shelter boxes. There's another full thing of them. This is the new item in the game. It's called dripstone. I'm just trying to get my farm going for that while I'm sitting there mining out my hole. Like I was saying, so I have an updated mob farm, so that's what this is. This took me forever to build. And how this works is you climb up here. That's probably one of my safer farms actually. All you do is hit the switch. They drop down. Oh, it starts killing. They drop down and they slowly die. Not sure what happened to my tridents though, because I don't hear them. Oh, that's loyalty on it. So that an update that broke the game, and it looks like it broke my farm here too. So that's gonna be fun to fix. But normally they'd kill the mobs and they'd manually drop down there. I think that's everything in the overworld. Oh no, that's not everything. Yeah, we had a server that was basically us versus them, and we were sitting there. You'll see it. I'll post a video on it like I normally do later, but there's definitely a like bee swarm with one bee got attacked, the rest were right there. It was kind of funny. We were actually sitting there fighting over points for ours. Where is it? I think I lost it. Oh, there it is. Nope, that's not it. Hold on. is a strategic mine, so um, everything I do is very, very calculated, and that's kind of where a lot of my information comes from. I'm known as a spreadsheet guy in my old server. Not really in the new one yet. They haven't really seen a lot of that, but so I actually looked up the spawning of diamonds and found a way to make it so I could save myself time finding them. This goes on for a lot of blocks, but basically it only spawns once every like 16 by 16 square. Going to GM while I max out 2 hero march on perks, then swap to GM and grinding that third slowly. Da, da, da. So, are you at the 3 hero spot yet? Or encirclement, depending on, it sounds like you're GM right now. Or how close are you, if you know? So if I were you, once you finish that basic, I would go to TM all the way until you get to encirclement, because TM has the better stats and everything building up until encirclement, and then once you hit that encirclement mark and you finish that, you can actually spend, I think it's 5,000 gems, maybe it's 1,000, I don't remember which one it is off the top of my head, and you can switch back to Grand Marshal then. Because once you get that third hero, it miles away better than Tactical Master. The only reason I'd ever go back to Tactical Master if I was you is if you're a Mega Whale. It's definitely something you need to be able to spend a lot on getting March size stuff. And big thing about Tactical Masters, it's not really about like one hitting your opponent. It's about hey, you can speed your 83 March and or your level 83 troops into somebody once, and then you already have enough to do it again and again and again. Just because those 83s, they don't get demoted, they go down to 80s, and then it's not as bad. So they're definitely about, or I shouldn't say they go down to 80s, go down to 79s, but then you can build them right back to 80s and they're 83s again. So that's where the benefit of them is. And for everybody watching for the Minecraft part, this is a Pigment Bartering farm, so it spits out the gold and then he gives me free stuff. So he didn't even pick that one up. Still didn't pick it up. Yeah, he doesn't want to pick it up right now. I think we're gonna go over here. Oh, go away. This is why I made a copy of the world, because I'm not sure how well this is gonna work with all the lag. It's so the time it takes to actually get the GM and um, just to go straight from basics to GM is a long time. It's like 500 days or something like that. Um, that's a long time to sit there with worse stats, whereas you could take advantage of the Tactical Master stats, which are like double what Grand Marshal are, and you can build on that. So for me, it's kind of always about taking advantage of everything that you can. So for me, if I could redo it, because I'm already at that 3 hero point, I would definitely go Tac Master to start, and then you kind of get those extra boosts when you're hitting things like World Boss and Sand Table and just kind of those everyday extra perks and rewards type things that you'd be able to get extra. So that's kind of why I say not to go straight to GM if you're not at that point yet, but you definitely got to do what fits your style of game. And if you don't like to spend gems on things like that, definitely something I'd just go straight GM then. Tac Master is definitely not a low spending type of thing. Like I said, I regretted going to it, and I don't have the weakest account or the strongest account either, but this is a Guardian Farm. Oops. How this works is you stand up top there, the Guardians spawn on these spots, and then once you turn it all on, they actually get shot into the nether where we just came from. How I do this so I can AFK when I do this, because if I sat here and this is called the overworld, it would lag out as soon as I went into the nether. So what I usually have to do is I have a second account that I have hiding in here, and they sit in there, and then they'll turn it on. Everything will go to the nether, and then once they get back, oh, I don't remember which way I need to go. This way. Nope, this way. The reason this portal's away from those ones and I don't just use those is those go into an instant death trap. So I can't use those ones that are there, otherwise I'd instantly die. But I'm really curious to see about that class update that they're doing, and what they do, because if they just give everybody 3 heroes and they take away elite troops, then it's going to be an interesting dynamic, because I think Legendary Craftsman then becomes just too overpowered with their towers, and then the extra 3 troops, I mean, if that's basically all they do, I'm going straight to Legendary Craftsman. I'll pay whatever gems is needed. And I'm not in the mood for this. So this is Guardian Farm. This is where they come. They drop down through the lava and die. Yeah, Tac Masters, it's just lacking a little something to make it even with Grand Marshal. If they give it 3 heroes, then I think what they initially thought they were going to do isn't a good idea. Kind of like you're saying there. I'm not really sure how they could do it in a smooth way. Because everything they do, they have to kind of think of how it balances overall. And that's where they've done a pretty good job, actually. Once you actually get to the higher levels, The only one that really isn't a viable class is Great Scientist, just because those missiles they make that disable towers are they're so like I want to go up here. They're so expensive that you make one of them and it's probably about a week's worth of work for your average player, unless you're spending big money to make those missiles. So, and then Tackmaster is just missing a little something, not even a lot, to be equal with Grand Marshal. I almost think that all it really would need is maybe possibly the extra skill slot might do it. I think that would be enough for them to make it worthwhile. Or possibly even just increasing the stats a little bit more, not a lot. Legendary Craftsman is actually pretty good. They just need a way to like protect themselves while they're building weakening towers and strengthening towers. But then you're catering to individual players, and everything's supposed to be a team game with this, and that's kind of where they've done a good job of making it so you actually have to work as a team to do things. So that's why I've played Kingdom of Avalon, I've played Guns of Glory, State of Survival. I played another card version of the strat games, Brutal Age. I've played probably any of them that you can think of, and hey Blueberry, I've played any of them that you can think of, and they all just lack a little something. Not a ton, but just a little something, and usually it's balanced where one player can sit there and smash everybody. Right. That's where they need to make just a little something to make it so GM isn't the most overpowered thing. So if you give Tactical Masters like a sixth or fifth skill slot, or sixth, I don't remember which it is. I'm trying not to die here. That'd probably balance them out, just having that extra skill slot, because that allows you to do 2 march sizes, the damage increase, the exclusive skill, and like damage decrease. But I can't think of what would work good for Legendary Craftsman, because we actually have a lot of both in our server. We try to push the lower spenders to be things like Legendary Craftsman, because you're bored. I can see you're here. Shit. They have to think of something to balance everything out, and that's kind of where they've not been able to figure that out, and I think that's why it hasn't come out yet, because this was supposed to come out July is when they originally told us they were gonna do that reclass, and I just think they can't figure out a way to balance it, because if you take away the privilege of 3 hero from Grand Marshal, you're pretty much getting rid of what Grand Marshal's only positive is. But if you give like the skill to Tactical Master, they're still gonna be able to be a threat even with that extra skill and their encirclement and elite troops. So not really much to see in here, by the way. This is kind of just me flying around right now while I'm talking to you guys about this. This way. So yeah, it's one thing that I've always thought about trying to figure out how to make a game like this, or not Minecraft, but like Top War or King of Avalon or something, and there's just so many different things you got to think about with the balancing and how to make it a team game and not just like, I know there's players out there that are still super strong, but they can't win servers or Eternal Lands, because it does actually still take a team, because you can be as strong as you want and you can have everything in the game, but you still have to have that teamwork there to have strategy and be able to work through multiple areas at a time. Yeah, see, Danny with an IE. Servers, I'm working on it, kind of, sort of. Not right now, but I'll be working on it once I get off here. I've been meaning to make this video for the 1K subscriber things. I've been telling a lot of people. Can you join? No, I'm actually going to be getting off here. I'm just kind of going to sit here and chat with you guys a little bit. And I'll edit this so it's shorter for people to watch in the actual game. But, so, yeah, Danny with a Y, it's, extra slot, and then, like you said, if they've reworked encirclement so it was just one troop type, or maybe you had to send, like, you can't send 80s because you're tactical master. Maybe they rework encirclement something like you have to send, kind of like they do with droid and world boss, where you have to send like one thing, but then that's basically what it is right now. Maybe they rework it so that when you do send that one slot, like you get one slot and your the troops that go in that slot get to keep the stats. So like if you send Air Force with your full army, the Air Force gets to keep your stats from the army. They could actually just do that for Tactical Master, and that would balance it out. Not even have to give them the extra slot, because then you're taking away that negative that Tactical Master has. So yeah, it's the fun part of being a developer of that type of game, is you never know what's gonna work or not work, or how to balance it and not piss off too many people at once. They definitely have their hands cut out for them, because most of the game is general marshals, and if they take away too much from general marshals, then they're gonna have a lot of upset customers, who I think a good majority of the players would probably just quit if they, because I know a lot of people paid a lot of money to get general marshal, and a lot of people did a lot of grinding to get general marshal. So it's all a give and take with these games. And that's where I always try to, in the videos, I try not to say that there's always one definitive answer to things, because there's not. Sometimes there are things that, could you make a video with just you just smashing other people's bases in server? Actually, Danny with an IE, the one that I'm going to be making, I actually got video clips this time, and it's not corrupted, so you'll definitely see me, maybe not me smashing, but you'll see at least my alliance smashing and doing their thing. Oh, I'm stuck in a block because of lag. That's cute. Yeah. I've been trying to get a server video with that type of stuff, but every time I actually get to record it without my kids screaming in the background, it seems to get corrupted. So it seems to be one of the downsides of recording straight to my phone. So I'm going to be investing in some hardware and stuff to hopefully prevent that from happening as much in the future. I might even just take the YouTube money here and go and make a separate phone just for games and stuff, so then it runs even smoother and things like that. So not really sure how or what I'm gonna do with that yet, but I didn't even show you guys the Grand Hall. Grand Hall. So, anybody else have any other questions or comments they want to know before I log off here and go back to making the server video? In relation to Minecraft, I can tell you that I actually did skip farm or two. They're just too far out to get to and have you guys sit here and watch me fly for 20,000-30,000 blocks. Alright guys, well, thanks for joining me. Thanks Danny for sitting here and chatting with me. You guys will see this up on the channel. I'm going to try to edit it into a way where people can actually... Thanks Danny. Yeah, I'm going to go do the same thing too while I'm making the server video, so I'll talk to you guys later. See ya.